Hey, this is Coach Sparks. Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. Today this first video is going to be bringing in a boss AI character. So we're going to pull in a fresh character and go through the process of creating the character blueprint, a blend space, and a basic animation blueprint to get it working. And then we'll continue on to spawning this character and then having it chase our player. So the first step is we're going to open this boss 2 folder here that I've created. I just kind of went in my content folder into the character and created a folder for bosses, and then I have this boss number 2 which is empty, and I've had another folder for his animations. So we're going to first of all pull this character up here, and we're just going to pull down here, and we're going to import him as a skeletal mesh. Make sure you leave the skeleton set up here to none so it'll create its own, and all these other things here are selected, and then just select import. And just as soon as it gets imported, we'll import a couple of animations as well in the animation folder. You can just kind of ignore most of this stuff here, these warnings. And I'm just going to click Save All here to eliminate this automatic saving process a little bit. Then we're going to go into this boss 2 animation, so we'll give it a minute to do this, save all these materials and textures to get this character up and ready to go. Actually, while we're waiting, this character is one that I custom created using Adobe Fuse, and uploaded that to Adobe Mixamo, and I got the animations from there, and then downloaded those to be able to bring in here. So we're going to pull these animations in right quick, and then we can get started. So we're just going to basically pull in this idle animation and then this running animation for now. Now for the animations, make sure you uncheck import mesh, and then on the skeleton here you want to select the skeleton. I've got a bunch here for this game, so this is the one that I want from the character that I created. So we're going to click that right there, and we're just going to click import, and click import for the second one. You can actually click import all if you need to. That would make it a lot faster. So we're going to get back to that a little bit later time. So we're going to expand this up a little bit where we can see. You can see there's a lot of things there. So we're going to create a new character blueprint here. So we're going to go in here and new character, and we're just going to call this boss 2. And we'll open this character up here, and we don't need a whole lot in here. We don't need a camera or anything like that, so we're going to make him fairly simple. We're just going to create this mesh here, and we're going to come over here and we're going to choose his skeletal mesh, and then we'll have to bring him down here about -90, and then we'll rotate him here about 90 degrees, and then that will pretty much take care of that for him. We'll come back in and set his animation blueprint up here in just a minute. So we've got to create one of those so we can actually get him working. So we'll compile that real quick, and we'll go back out here, and I'm just going to go in the animations, and I'm going to create an animation blueprint from right here. So an animation blueprint, and it's going to be an anim instance, and then we're also going to go down here and we're going to find, I named him Cletus because he's kind of a redneck looking guy, so we're going to use this Cletus skeleton and go here. We'll just call this boss2 underscore a be P for animation blueprint, and then we'll kind of go into that. And in here we'll be setting this up. So before we kind of get into that, we'll just go in here and we'll also create a blend space for him. And so we're going to need a blend space 1D. So and we're going to choose his skeleton right here, and we'll just call this boss 2 idle. Okay, so we can go in here and we've got this breathing idle. I'm doing this fairly quickly, so we just click this here. We're just going to get him working. We'll just drag this in here, and then we'll get this running animation and just kind of drag it in here, so that way when he's as his speed picks up, he'll start to run. So that's pretty much all we need to do for that, and we can just hit save. And we're in here, so we can go jump over here to the graph, and right here we're going to need to create a new state machine in his anim graph. So just right click there and type in state. We're going to add a new state machine. We'll call this locomotion. And we're also going to create a new slot. So a slot, default slot, we'll use this to set up a taxon later on. So just connect this here, connect this in here, and then we'll click here and go down here with the slot node selected, and click right here. We're going to add a slot, and we're just going to call this body. And we'll save that and close that out. And then right here we're going to check this. We're going to make sure that this is set to body. So then we're going to go in here to locomotion, and we're going to create a new state here. We're going to call it run. Okay, and then we're going to go in here and we're going to come and get this blend space we just created. We're going to plug that in. We're going to need a variable right here for speed, so we're just going to right click and just promote this to a variable, and down here we'll just call it speed. Okay, and so the next thing we need to do, and that's pretty much all we need to do right there, and then we're going to jump over to we'll have to compile this first, and you can see as we drag this over and his speed, he starts to run. So that's working the way we want it to. Then we're going to go, we can close this one out, kind of close this out right now. And we're going to need to go over here to his event graph, and right in here we're going to pull off this pin here, and we're going to need a is valid node. So just pull off of here. Let's get this little room here. Pull off here, just type in is valid. So we're going to plug that in. Take this try get pawn owner and just plug that in right here as well. And then we're going to come out here. We're going to need from here. We're going to pull off of here, and we're going to get the velocity here, and then we'll drag off of this return value here, and we're going to get the vector length. And then we're going to get this speed variable, drag it up in here, and we're going to set it. And we're going to plug this in here, and we're going to plug this in here. And then all we've got to do is compile that. And then we can go back in here right quick into his character blueprint, and we can set his animation blueprint right here to our new boss 2, and now he should be actually moving around. So we're going to end this video right here on this. So the next video we're going to work on spawning this character in our world, and have him actually moving around and chasing our players. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.